All right. Okay, here we go. All right, perfect. Somebody wants to transcribe, that's fine with me. And you just double check. Thanks for being so patient, friends. Thank you. Thank you. Again, like
Recording.
I said,
Here we go.
make sure that you utilize the chat feature tonight as we go through tonight's presentation. This is exciting. All right, so let me get into this because you see, Dr. Dan, who is our special guest speaker tonight and our Chief Scientific Officer, friends, he has a brand new presentation for you tonight. And yes, you are going to learn all about the world of 3 International. I said yes to 3 2 years ago at the inception of the company. There were 40 top leaders invited into a room. My husband and I were fortunate enough to be in that room. And when we saw what they were putting together, we did not want to miss out. We didn't want to miss out on the opportunity of these incredible products, being able to use them on a daily basis to absolutely transform our health. We didn't want to miss out on the business opportunity. Really, what it is, it's a vehicle to go out there and make an impact. And so that's why we said yes to this company. But if it wasn't for Dr. Dan Gubler, I mean, I don't know that I would be here. I really don't. Not in health, just in general, because I'm really picky. I love high quality products and I love people more. So I want to make sure that everybody on here has this opportunity to learn from the best of the best, because it's an absolute honor to introduce Dr. Dan Gubler tonight, who is our Chief Scientific Officer of 3 International. Dr. Dan is a world-renowned formulator, medicinal chemist, and natural product expert with a deep passion for helping people live longer, healthier lives. He's traveled the globe studying the most effective healing plants and has brought that knowledge into the groundbreaking formulations that we have here at 3 International. So please, without further ado, help me welcome the brilliant Dr. Dan Gubler. Hi, Dr. Dan. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How is everyone? So good to see you all. Thank you, Adrienne. So great to be with you and everyone this evening or morning, wherever you are in this beautiful world. I'm so excited to be able to talk with you guys today because anytime we get to talk science is a beautiful, powerful day. And because really, what we're doing, I want us to understand what we're doing is not trivial. What we're doing and the power that we have in the science, in the products, in this company, in the platform, have the ability to change people's lives, rapidly change people's lives. And so I'm just so excited to be with you all. And I am going to share my presentation and we're going to get going. So I started this slide, my presentation with this slide, because I want us to understand, and I think we know to one degree or another, that human health has been done in a certain way in the United States and other countries for a long, long time. But human health is at a crisis point. You look at any metric when it comes to human health, and we're going in the wrong direction, and we're going in the wrong direction rapidly. And so, what we're doing really isn't working. I mean, it looks good, maybe it feels good, maybe it doesn't, but what we're doing isn't working. And that's what I call, and we all know the definition of insanity, which is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. The reactive wellness model that we're using in healthcare is a great model. It is. When health spirals out of control and you're in this death spiral, the tools and the technology that we have can pull you out of that, and it's great. I was in reactive wellness for many years. Those who don't know me and my background, I was a pharmaceutical chemist by training. I synthesized drugs. I remember one day synthesizing a drug, and I they gave me information on how to synthesize the drug that would be helpful as I made the drug. And one of the pieces of information was a molecule from a plant that did the same thing as the drug that I was going to design. I just thought to myself, what in the world am I doing? This reactive wellness space, yeah, it has its place potentially, but it's not the whole enchilada. The whole enchilada is proactive wellness. It's helping people to be well from the very beginning. And so from that point on, I left the pharma industry. I got into proactive wellness. I have been studying molecules from plants for many, many years. My inspiration, though, is my wonderful grandfather, Grandpa Gubler. He is my hero, and he was a chemist. He was a biochemist and an enzymologist. And so science is in my DNA. Literally, I eat, drink, I breathe, I sleep science. He gave me my first chemistry set. I palled around in his lab. I remember the day that he got cancer, and that day was a pivotal moment in my life. I resolved that very day to use science and I was 12 years old at the time, to use science to help transform human health. And from that day forth, forward, I haven't looked back. I've been wholeheartedly focused on improving people's health and wellness, transforming human health. That's what I'm passionate about. There's 8 billion people on the planet, and my goal is to make sure that every one of these beautiful 8 billion people on the planet have an opportunity to try our products, have an opportunity to change their lives and the lives of those that they love, their family and friends, and all of the people in their sphere. So the world didn't need another supplement company when we started this adventure 2 years ago. There's thousands and thousands of supplement companies. The world didn't need that, but the world needed a company, a technology that's transforming health in new and novel and unique ways. And so that's where 3 comes in. And I hope that at the end of my presentation tonight, you'll be able to clearly see why 3 is different, what we do, and how our products, if they haven't changed your life already, how they could change your life and the lives of those that you know and love. So who is 3 and what do we do? Well, we travel the world to find unique, powerful products, molecules, and we carefully develop them into products designed to support your health and longevity. There's 600,000 species of plants on the earth. And a plant, just to give you an idea, a plant a lot of times can contain 200, 300, 400 different molecules. So if you take 600,000 multiplied by 400, that's millions of molecules that are left to be discovered. And it's sad because a lot of these plants are going extinct. So my passion is to get out there to study, isolate, and discover new molecules in plants and to put them in products to transform human health. Because this insanity cycle that we talked about, we're doing the same thing over and over again. And I'm not just talking about reactive wellness. I'm talking about supplements. When you look at supplements online or you go to the store, it's all the same: vitamin A, vitamin D, B, zinc, magnesium. It's creatine. Yeah, okay, great. It's all the same stuff. And it's tired and it's old. And we deserve something better. And in fact, we need something better. This is not just a nice thing. This is an imperative. This is a health imperative. And so that's what we do here at 3. And it's all about the molecules. Other companies, they focus on ingredients, ginkgo or bacopa and, ashwagandha. And those are great. I love those. But it's more than that. It's about the molecules that are inside. It's not about an ingredient. It's about the individual molecules. The body is molecular. The body contains 10 to the 24th. So 1 with 24 zeros behind it. That's how many molecules the body contains. And so our approach here at 3 is a molecular approach, because when we look at the molecular level, not the cellular approach. A lot of companies talk about the cellular approach. No, when you look at the molecular level, we're all the same. Male or female, adult, adolescent. Molecularly, we're all the same. And so we can use this molecular approach. And for us, the first thing that we do is exploration. So as we set out to change the world, we go into the world and we discover new molecules from plants out of the many different species of plants that I mentioned. And one of the ways that we do this, we travel just all around the world. We wild collect, but we also have our 3 Medicinal Plant Research Institute. And at that institute, we're studying over 80 medicinal plants right now. And I was just talking with our team the other 2 nights ago, and we're going to plant another 20 different plants. And at this facility, this is our sandbox. This is where we discover new molecules. A lot of people say, well, all of your plant material, does it come from here? No, this is our innovation center. And we've discovered already some really cool molecules that we'll be placing in some products that we'll be launching here in the future. The next thing is formulation. We take the molecules, these new molecules that we've discovered and isolated, we put them excuse me, we put them together with other molecules, and we create a powerful, unique combination of molecules that provides a really, really powerful response. It's like when you cook, a Michelin star chef, they take all these different things and they put it together to provide an explosion in the mouth, right? Something that's different than going to a fast food restaurant and just getting a number 1, right? That's what we do here at 3. New molecules, no molecules, putting them together in powerful products. But these molecules are hydrophobic. meaning they're afraid of water. And it makes sense, right? When it rains, you don't see the plant dissolve and melt, right? These molecules, they don't dissolve in water. And that's a problem because the body is anywhere from 60, 70, 80% water. And so what we need to do is we need to make sure that these powerful molecules get into the cell. And that's a problem because the cell membrane is responsible for keeping the body alive. And so the cell membrane is, it's like tight security. It doesn't let anybody in. It's kind of it's on alert, right? If you give a weird look, it's like, we're not going to let you in. It's very particular. And so we need to do things in order to get these molecules in. And so here at 3, we have over 12 different cellular absorption technologies to make sure that all the beautiful molecules in our products get in. We use liposomes, we use micelles, we use yeast glycoprotein protein matrix technology, adjuvants. We use it all because there's each molecule has its different characteristics. And then once we develop it, we go into production. If you look at this picture, if you look at the tray on top, you can see green things, right? That's Purify that's going down into the bottles below. We produce our products in the United States at the best facilities on the planet. These facilities have been manufacturing nutritional supplements since the very beginning, since the DSHEA Act, the Dietary Supplement and Health Education Act was implemented. And so we use the best partners in the world. Clinical studies, we run clinical studies on all of our products, and you're going to see some of those tonight. And it's interesting, a lot of supplement companies they don't run clinical studies, and they don't want to run clinical studies. Why? Because they're afraid of the results. And you don't need to. Nutritional supplement, you don't need to. But isn't that crazy? Someone's making a product and you're taking a product blindly. You don't know that it's actually going to be good for your body. You don't know if it might be harmful for your body. Yeah, it contains the ingredients, vitamin A, magnesium, ashwagandha, but what's the quality? What are the impurities? How is it combined together? We talk about synergies, positive synergy, but there can be negative synergy as well. A lot of companies are like, well, if 100 milligrams is good, 500 might be better. Oh, 2,000. No, we need to run clinical studies, and we run clinicals on all of our products. How do our products work? Well, through clinical studies, we found that our products help to regulate the epigenome of the body. So our genome, the body has 25,000 genes, give or take. And these genes are like chemical switches that turn on and off all the processes in the body. And the flipping on and off of those switches is called epigenetics. And so due to lifestyle factors, pollution, stress, anxiety, poor diet, etc., some of these genes can be stuck either in the on position or the off position. There's papers, clinical studies showing that obesity can be passed on to the next generation. So parents who are obese, if they have a child, the likelihood of that child being obese due to no fault of their own is 70%. Why? Because some of these genes are not working. They're stuck in the off position. They're not turned on. So what we've found is molecules that we've discovered can actually turn these genes back on. Isn't that cool? Freaking cool stuff. That's so exciting. And we actually published a clinical study on epigenetics. We worked with collaborators in New Zealand. You can see there, Trinity Bioactive is a great company that I've used for many years. We've done a lot of collaborations together. We showed that 4 of our 6 nutritional products can regulate epigenetics, some really powerful genes, and we'll show that here in a minute. So that's how our products work. Our products are highly absorbable. They work on the epigenome to provide powerful health benefits. Now, when we started this company 2 years ago, the founder and I, we locked ourselves in a room for a couple of days, and we thought to ourselves, if we really want to transform human health with this new molecular approach that we have, what's important? What do we need to do to transform the body? And we thought about primary need states, like where's the body really struggling right now? Because there's a lot of secondary need states as well. But what happens biologically, if you can fix the primary need states, then all the things downstream should take care of themselves. That was our rationale. It's founded in science. It's tried and true. And so that's what we did. And we came up with these 6 products. And the idea was you take these 6 products every single day, and it helps to solve all the primary need states and improves human health in a powerful, actionable, and novel way that gets us out of that insanity cycle. Okay, the first problem, nutritional famine. The food that we're eating today is lifeless food. it doesn't contain medicinal molecules, right? And I give this example a lot, but I'll say it again, right? Just think of a normal day for someone, right? They get up in the morning, they're late for work, they get into, they're rushing to work, they get their coffee, they get their scone, at the coffee shop, and they eat that scone for breakfast. How many medicinal molecules are in that scone? Pretty much zero, right? And then they're working and whatnot, and the boss is like, working lunch, right? And the boss buys tacos for everybody, right? How many medicinal molecules are in those tacos? Okay, well, okay, cilantro, a little bit of cilantro, a couple tomatoes on top. They don't give you very much, right? A little dollop of guacamole, okay, maybe, right? But you think about things, hamburger, taco, pizza, right? The things that we eat, orange chicken, right? These things, they're delicious, but they contain zero medicinal molecules. And as a result, the body's suffering because the body needs phytonutrients. It needs vitamins, minerals, and enzymes, and probiotics, and prebiotics, and all of these chlorophyll, and all of these things for it to function properly. And so what we've done is that's where our first product comes in, Vitalite. This product gives you everything that you need for proper function, right? Because the brain needs nutrients, the gut needs nutrients, the heart, the eyes, the kidneys, the liver, right? Everything, it needs nutrients, it needs molecules, right? It's give me the molecules because the body's molecular. And so what this product does, it gives you everything you need for proper function. You see, it has omegas, has trace minerals, it has probiotics, it has berries full of phytonutrients and everything the body needs for proper function. And it has some really cool molecules. Look at these chemical structures. Aren't they beautiful? Look at schisandrin, momorticin from bitter melon, schisandrin from schisandra, chlorophyllin, sulforaphane, and hundreds of other molecules are in this product. So when you take this product every single day, you're getting a molecular feast. And we're studying new molecules to put into a next version of this product. In the Pacific Northwest, there's some really interesting berries that contain really powerful molecules. And we're studying these molecules. We find these molecules have powerful anti-aging products. And some of these molecules that we're discovering and studying can turn on different genes in the body that we haven't seen molecules have the ability to turn on before. So we're really excited about this. We're doing studies, and you could see some of this here in the future. Vitamins and minerals are historically not absorbable in the body. I should say synthetic vitamins and minerals because they're hydrophobic. It's not that they're toxic or they're bad or even that they're impure. The problem is they're not absorbable because you aren't what you eat, you are what you absorb. And so that's a problem. So what we've done is, and this is brand new technology that is unique to 3, is we've had yeast make vitamins and minerals for us. And the way it works is if you feed a living organism different inputs, you can control the outputs. So what we've done is we fed yeast vitamins and minerals and other nutrients. The yeast metabolize those, and they produce natural vitamins and minerals with a yeast glycoprotein attached to it. The glycoprotein is part of the cell membrane. So you have a vitamin and you have the cell a cell membrane part. And so when it comes up to the cell membrane, boom, it just goes right through. It's like a TSA officer, right? It goes through all the TSA bros like, hey, what's up? Yeah. And our vitamin and mineral is attached. It's holding on to the shirt of the TSA officers. So they walk through security, boom, we're in. And it's a beautiful, powerful absorption technique. And that's why people feel a difference when they take this product. And epigenetics, we've shown that this product in this clinical study can upregulate a gene called NRF1, which is responsible for cellular energy. It helps to regulate the mitochondria, the power plants of the body. NF-kappa B, master driver of inflammation. And you want that to be down because when that's down regulated, that means inflammation is being turned down. PPAR alpha, antioxidant function, SOD1 antioxidant function. PPAR alpha is also good for breaking down fats into energy. GLP-1, oh my gosh, we've all heard of GLP-1. Woo, we have a genetic crush, epigenetic crush on GLP-1, right? We love that gene. Helps with weight loss, insulin sensitivity. This product, Vitalite, upregulates GLP-1 348%. BDNF, which is the GLP-1 of brain health, upregulates by 840%. So when I made this new presentation, we're talking all the geeky science and whatnot, but I wanted to keep it simple. What this product does is it gives the body everything it needs and nothing it doesn't. This product helps to give us natural energy, balances hormones, helps to give us a healthy gut microbiome. It banishes brain fog. In short, it just helps us to feel amazing so we can get through our day. Okay, the next problem, inflammation. Any medical professional will tell you that inflammation is one of the root causes of all issues in the body. Inflammation is like a fire. And when we have fire in our backyard or on a campsite, on a camp out fire pit, oh, it's beautiful. It's glorious. Gives heat, allows us to chat. It's mesmerizing to look at. But when that fire gets outside of the fire pit, that's when we have a problem. Same thing with the body. We want a little bit of inflammation. It's called acute inflammation, but we don't want chronic inflammation. That's a runaway state. And so we need to support a healthy inflammatory status in the body. And that's where this beautiful, powerful product, Revive, comes in. So it can help with joints, can help with muscle stiffness, supporting an inflammatory status in the body, as I said, which is really helpful when it comes to exercise recovery. And this has powerful antioxidant properties. You see here the key ingredients. We have curcuminoids, we have boswellic acid, we have black cumin seed oil, we have shiitake mushroom, we have piperine and menthol, which are adjuvants. These are some of the key molecules here: gingerols, curcumin, boswellic acids, piperine, as I mentioned. And and we're discovering new molecules all the time. And a powerful plant that we're studying in Death Valley is called the globe mallow plant. Every time I say that name, I just kind of smile and laugh, globe mallow. But in this plant, we have powerful molecules that we found that are actually more potent than curcuminoids, more potent than turmeric. Isn't that awesome? Because turmeric is one of the most powerful antioxidants on the planet, but we found molecules that are more powerful than curcumin. And we use an adjuvant technology. Now, with each of our products, we use several different absorption technologies, but one of the ones I wanted to highlight in this product is called adjuvant. So basically what it does is it makes the cell membrane just a bit more fluid, a bit leaky, just for a split second. So molecules can slide in, just like turning an electric fence off for a split second or opening up the gate real quick so you could slide in. That's what this technology does. And epigenetics, right? This product helps to regulate NRF1 again, PPAR alpha, NF kappa B, SOD1, BDNF, and it also downregulates a gene called IL-6, interleukins, which is really powerful when it comes to inflammation, and you want to downregulate that. We ran a clinical study showing that this product regulates superoxide, which is one of the key drivers of inflammation. So if you can turn off, quench superoxide production, boom, inflammation goes down. We've shown that this product does that. Put simply, you move better, you recover better, and you feel better. That's what I would say to someone. They're like, oh, what is this Revive all about? Yeah, I take it, I had inflammation, and boom, boom, boom. Okay, so the next problem that we want to deal with is called oxidative stress. Now, what does that really mean? That's a fancy term, but basically there's different theories of why we age. And one of the major theories of why we age, which we've shown is true, is called oxidative stress. And it's basically where the body just rusts out. You think of an old silo or a metal shed out in the wilderness or something like that, or even something in your backyard. If you don't take care of it, rain, humidity, it starts to look like this. It rusts out. And that's what the body does. And when the body is full of oxidative stress, all the systems in the body don't work as well, and you age. And eventually, one of the reasons we die is because oxidative stress has gotten to such a high amount that the body slowly shuts down and we take our last breath. So we want to control and regulate and manage and tamp down oxidative stress. And that's why we developed this product, Eternel, an antioxidant super blend that can help to regulate and downregulate oxidative stress. This product contains 200 milligrams of resveratrol. It helps with healthy aging, with longevity. It neutralizes free radicals. It's a longevity formula for your cells to make sure your cells continue to function. In addition to resveratrol, we have glutathione. We have 1.6 grams of collagen. We have hundreds of molecules from different superfoods. We have CoQ10. And these ingredients are powerful at helping to regulate the body. We have these molecules here. Delphinidin is one that I didn't mention. I love delphinidin, a powerhouse of a molecule. We have 200 milligrams of resveratrol, and we've actually shown by third-party testing. And you can download that third-party testing result in our back office. When it comes to discovery, in the snow, in the deep snow, there's molecules, and actually, yeah, that's misspelled. Sorry. We have an Arctic discovery program, but there's molecules that are buried underneath the snow that help to regulate cellular longevity. You think of like tulips and perennials that just come up again and again and again. Why? Because there's molecules that regenerate stem cells again and again and again. And if we want to be healthy, we need to make sure that those stem cells are firing properly. And so that's what we're doing. We've discovered some molecules in the deep snow. We have to go down, we have to dig down, probably sometimes 4 or 5 feet to get to the soil. We chip out these roots and these plants, and we found some really cool stuff that we'll talk about, not tonight, but in a little bit. We use liposomes in this formula. We use liposomes in our other formulas, but liposomes powerful. You take a molecule that doesn't like water, you put it inside the liposome. You see this picture, that cavity on the left, top left side, that's a cavity. Molecules fit in there. And this slides through the cell membrane because it mimics the cell membrane. And it's a powerful way to increase bioavailability. This product downregulates inflammation, increases antioxidant protection, which is good for longevity and antioxidant and oxidative stress, downregulates inflammation. So put simply, this product helps you age better, look better, and live better. Okay, toxins. Toxins are all around us. If we want to be healthy, we need to make sure that the body is constantly purging itself of toxins, because the air we breathe, the water we drink, the things we touch, the food we eat are full of toxins, and it's not our fault. And it's not something we can completely avoid. We can do smart lifestyle changes to reduce toxic load in the body, but it's there. It's just a part of living on this overcrowded, chemically laden world. Forever chemicals are everywhere, and it's impossible to avoid completely. And so that's why when we were thinking of what does the body need for proper function, that's why we developed Purify. Because the body can't lose weight, nutrients can't be absorbed if the elimination organs of the body, the liver, the lungs, the colon, the kidney, the skin, can't function properly, if they're overloaded. You can't lose weight. And so what we've done, this product, it removes toxins so the body can come back into balance. It's like a kitchen that's full of dirty dishes. The sink's full, counters are full, dishes on the floor. Is it possible to cook in that kitchen? Well, it's not. So we need to clean the kitchen before we can create culinary masterpieces. Same thing with the body. We need to clean the molecular kitchen in order for the body, who is the master chef, to come in and do its thing. And we have beautiful molecules: silymarin, apigenin, allicin, articain. There isn't any other product that contains these molecules. This product contains over 300 different molecules. When it comes to discovery, mullein is a plant that we've done a lot of discovery with. And talking about snow and Arctic expedition, mullein in the wintertime has powerful detoxifying molecules that are not found in the summertime. And so what we're doing is we're isolating these molecules, figuring out how they're made. And when you isolate a molecule and you figure out its structure and you figure out how the plant is making it, then you can help the plant to make more of it. There's technologies. And when I'm not talking about GMO or anything like that, there's natural ways that you can enrich the molecule that you want in the plant, or the group of molecules you want in a plant, and diminish others that are not as important to you. And so that's what we're doing. Delivery system, the reason why this capsule is green is we use powerful chlorophylline technology that not only grabs complexes, these molecules, throws them in, but it binds to toxins, shuttles them out of the body. So Purify, simply, we detox gently, we shed pounds rapidly, and we absorb nutrients effectively. This is what this product does, simplistically. And there's a lot of other things that we can say, but when we're talking with someone, these are some of the big ones. Okay, immune health, the immune system. We want to make sure the immune system is healthy and vibrant and strong. I think over the last 5, 6 years, we've all, I don't know about you, but I've gained a greater appreciation of the immune system of the body, the vital role it plays, and the imperative of making sure our immune system is healthy and strong. And that's why one of the products we absolutely knew we needed to develop was an immune product. And our product is called Emu. and it supports health of both the innate and the adaptive immune systems. Most products only support health of the adaptive immune system. This does both. And the way that it does it is through a unique mechanism by supporting health of the gut microbiome. So this is actually a gut microbiome health product. A lot of people say, well, you don't have a gut health product. I say, oh yeah, we do. Immune and Vitality with its 100 million good bacteria. This is a 1-2 punch when it comes to gut microbiome health. Key ingredients, we have a quorum sensing blend. Quorum sensing is the way that bacteria talk with each other. Quercetin is a quorum sensing molecule. Ganoderic acid is, cordycepin, hericinone. These are quorum sensing molecules. And so bacteria, they send messages back and forth, and these messages are molecules. And when they send these messages back and forth, what happens is it turns on genes, right? We were talking about how genes, if they're turned on, allow you to do stuff. Bacteria and viruses, if they're able to turn on genes, when they get together, they turn on genes, and these genes are actually what allow them to get us sick, to form biofilms and do nasty things that can wreak havoc in the body. And so we've discovered molecules like the ones I mentioned and others that actually can cut off that chatter, stop bacteria and viruses from talking with each other. They can't talk to each other. They're siloed. They die off. And so this is a powerful way that we support health of the gut microbiome. And we're discovering new quorum sensing molecules. We've discovered new quorum sensing molecules in chaga. And we're doing a lot of really interesting things in clinical studies. And you'll be seeing chaga and its quorum sensing properties in a product in the future. This product uses chelation technology. So if you want to make a molecule in the cell absorbable to get through the cell membrane, one way that you can do it is you can chelate it with a molecule that is absorbable. So you can kind of tag on, kind of like our glycoprotein matrix a little bit, but it's not glycoprotein. We use other molecules like amino acids and mineral complexes. We chelate them together, and they can now slide into the cellular membrane. Immune, we get better, we stay better, and we boost our gut. Okay, let's now talk about skin health. Okay, the skin is the largest organ of the body. It's prone to being damaged. We want to make sure the skin is healthy and vibrant and strong. And that's where our collagen product comes in. 5 grams of highly bioavailable marine collagen. Now, some people are saying, well, you only want type 2 collagen from chicken. That's the best. Marine collagen, type 1, type 3, it does everything that type 2 collagen does, i.e. joint health, and so much more. Skin health, health of the tendons, cartilage, brain health. If you type in collagen, just for fun, ask ChatGPT, show me clinical studies on the health benefits of marine collagen, type 1, type 3 collagen, as shown in PubMed. And it'll give you 12 or 13 different health benefits of collagen. This is our premier Beauty from Within, our inside-outside product. What makes this product different from any other collagen product? Collagens, you can get it anywhere, right? You can get it at Costco, Sam's, Amazon, of course. You can get it at the gas station, right? I was walking into the gas station the other day, and they had a collagen product there. I mean, it's everywhere. This product is different because it teaches the body how to make collagen again. And that's a big deal because as we get older, the body starts producing less and less collagen. It's like you have a fabric of a tent, right? And you have these tent poles that keep the fabric up and taut. Well, if you start pulling some of these poles out, the fabric will start to sag a little bit. And that's what happens in our skin. As we get older, collagen production shuts down. The factories that make collagen, they furlough people. And because of that, we get wrinkles and crow's feet. And the skin is not as luminous, it's dull. And these molecules teach the body how to make collagen again. That's why this product, you take it for 10 days, you rest for 20, because you turned collagen production in the body back on. We're discovering new molecules from Taro that we found turn collagen production back on again. And we're freaking excited about this. This was one of our most recent discoveries at our Medicinal Plant Research Institute in Northern Thailand. It has several different absorption technologies, but one that's particularly cool is a hydrolysis technology. What we do is we treat the collagen, the big molecule, with water under certain conditions. And basically, what it does is it breaks it up into super small, powerful collagen peptides that are all surrounded by water and other molecules. And because of this, they're really small molecular weight. They're about 2,000 Daltons. And because of this, they slide right through the cellular membrane. The cellular membrane doesn't have a chance with how fluid it is. These molecules just slide right in. This product regulates inflammation, helps with energy production, helps with antioxidant function. And look at this. This product, epigenetic wise, helps with cognitive health as well. Pretty cool. So put simply, it makes collagen so you could look younger and move better. We have third-party certifications on all of our products. NSF, TGA, all across the board. CGMP, we have every certification that's needed to make the best products on the planet. Our products are in the PDR. If I had more time, I'd talk about the prescriber's digital reference more, but basically it's the #1 medical database. 90% of all of the products in the PDR are pharmaceutical products. We have 7 of our products, all of our nutritionals and our skincare serum that are in the prescriber's digital reference. So if you're a medical professional, you know how powerful this database is. You cannot buy your way into the PDR, right? There's only about 15, 20 supplement companies with one product in the PDR. There's thousands of supplement companies. If you could buy your way into the PDR, there would be thousands of supplement entries in the PDR. Okay. Absorption. Companies say, right? Our products are highly absorbable. You see that all the time on Amazon or whatever. Yeah, highly absorbable, highly absorbable. Well, what does that mean? Where are the clinicals? Don't tell me, show me. We ran a clinical study, a CACO2 assay, which is the #1 assay that you do in pharmaceutical science. When I was a pharmaceutical chemist and I would synthesize drugs, the next thing you would do is that you would run it through a CACO2 assay to see how bioavailable the molecule was, to see if it even had a chance of being a drug. What we've shown is that normal supplements, organic control, 10% bioavailable. Our products anywhere from 30 to 95% absorption into the body. So these are our supplements, our 6 products that are powerful, unique, contain these great molecules that are absorbable, that help to regulate epigenetics to transform human health. So this is our approach to proactive wellness, right? When you take these 6 products, you can live comfortably, beautifully in the 3 ecosystem to keep you and your loved ones safe and healthy and strong. Okay, let's continue to talk about skin health because we have our collagen product. That's an inside a beauty from within product. We feel really strongly about supporting health of the skin, right? And it's not just, a big part of it is actually to look good. We want to look good. We want to feel good. There's clinical studies showing that when I look good and I look at myself in the mirror and say, I look good, that actually causes beneficial brain chemistry to happen and signals can be transmitted to my skin and my skin can actually respond in a positive way. But the skin microbiome, the skin gut connection, the skin heart connection, the skin brain connection. There's so many different things that the skin does rather than just being a barrier, a semi-permeable barrier. There's so many other things that it does. So we want to support health of the skin. So that's why we created our Visage collection, the world's most advanced and powerful skincare system to support holistic health. So we need to cleanse the skin, right? We need to remove the skin of impurities, dead skin cells, pollution, debris, hormones. There's a lot of different things. When our body's not balanced, bad bacteria, the body can produce molecules that we don't really want on the surface of the skin if it's not balanced properly. So we want to remove all that. We want to get to the surface of the skin and we want to clean it so we could then get to the treatment process. And that's why we have our Visage Pure Cleanse product. And this product, it removes impurities, it removes makeup. You don't need 2 different cleansers. You don't need an oil cleanser and a water-based cleanser. This does it all. It leaves the skin feeling soft, supple. It prepares the skin for the next step, and it's gentle on all skin types. One of the things that that I'm really proud about when we developed this system is we developed it where it can sit middle of the road so it can help people of all skin types. These are some really cool molecules that we have in here that mimic the oil. Jojoba wax mimics the oil on the surface of the skin. Allantoin and other molecules like it are new molecules that we've discovered that I'll talk about in a minute. We have meliantrol, which actually can inhibit quorum sensing of bad bacteria on the surface of the skin. Okay, next we want to tone the skin. We want to get it ready for step 3, which is treatment. We want to activate the pores. We want to give the skin all the vitamins and minerals, all the tools that it needs. So when we go to treatment and moisturizing, those steps can be effective. And that's why we have our Visage Radiant Toner. It's very simple. You spray it on the face. You could also spray it on a cotton pad and use it that way. Our Visage Pure Cleanse, I should add, can be used as a mask as well. You could put that cleanser on your face for about 15 minutes, wash it off, and notice how your skin feels. It's a powerful mask. This can help reduce the appearance of pores. It provides a moisturizing component, and it's the primer that you put on to prepare it for the next step. We have these molecules here, and then we want to treat the skin, and that's where the serum comes in, right? And you have different serums. You have, vitamin C serums, bakuchiol serums, peptide serums, across the board. We wanted a serum that did it all. We wanted it to help with wrinkles, with elasticity, with hyperpigmentation, with age spots. We didn't want it to be stripping. And we wanted it to do, there are serums that are pretty good at those sorts of things, right? These high-end serums. You spend $300, $400, $500 a serum, and those do an okay job at these. But we wanted it to do more. We wanted it to be just as good and better than those, but we wanted to have a unique technology because here at 3, we don't develop just the same old over and over again, right? That's not what I signed up for, right? If someone says just make the same old thing, I'm out. I don't want anything to do with it. We need new, novel, powerful technology. And so with our serum, what we've done is this serum does all these things, but it's the world's first neurocosmetic. It enhances overall sense, feeling of well-being with every application. Why? Because of these top 2 molecules, allantoin and this dienamide. These are neurocosmetic molecules. And these ingredients target the skin-brain connection. So we've been thinking about this. I've been thinking about this in my career for a long, long time. And molecules that we discovered and molecules that I found in collaboration with chemists in Switzerland, we found that when you place them on the surface of the skin, it can cause neurotransmitters in the brain to be produced, dopamine, serotonin, DHEA, and others. And so the magic was this molecule that we discovered from the desert plantain out in Death Valley. And there's no one else that has discovered these molecules. This is unique to 3. When it comes to absorption with these new molecules, we found that they weren't really absorbing well in our serum. And so what we needed to do, we came up with a new technology where basically you have a bunch of chaperone molecules that glom onto these neurocosmetics, surround them, won't let them go. And it forms this complex where on the outside is water soluble and on the inside is not. And so this complex can kind of wiggle its way through this cell membrane. If you want to talk about active transport, we could talk about that after. We could geek out about that, but it's an active transport mechanism. This serum is patent pending. It's listed in the PDR, as I mentioned. Now, the next step, the last step, is to hydrate the skin. So we've cleaned the skin, we've primed it, we've given it rich nutrients. Now we're looking good and we're feeling good. We need to lock that in. We need to hydrate the skin. We also want to treat the skin as well. We want to reinforce skin barrier function. We want to reinforce reducing wrinkles and elasticity and hyperpigmentation. And this is a really powerful step because it's the last thing that you do. So we want to make sure that you just provide this beautiful system. We cap it off, we seal it off, and your skin is vibrant and beautiful and powerful the entire day long. And that's where our Visage Creme Caviar came in. Like caviar, from the ocean. No, we found this plant called mountain caviar that moisturizes the skin through an epigenetic mechanism, a gene called aquaporin 3. But anyways, this product gives superior hydration, and it's because of mountain caviar that we discovered in Japan. In Japan, this plant is grown. It's been grown for thousands and thousands of years. The Japanese take the fruit of this plant, Kochia scoparia, and they make vegan caviar, tonburi. And that's why they call this mountain caviar, because it's a caviar substitute. Well, what we found when in studying the molecules here is these molecules in this plant that are unique and proprietary to us not only moisturize the skin, they turn on epigenetics, but they're also neurocosmetic. So this moisturizer is also neurocosmetic. It could balance the skin microbiome, quorum sensing. It has quorum sensing properties. It has peptides that we've put in here. We've heard a lot about peptides, right? Peptides are hot nowadays in health. This product has peptides that can help with anti-aging properties. It helps with the skin barrier defense, skin barrier function, and it has neurocosmetic technology to help you both feel good and look good. And the neurocosmetic technology of our serum, the neurocosmetic technology of our creme caviar are not the same. They're similar, but what happens is we combine them together and it forms an unstoppable mixture of molecules that helps us to look good, feel good, sleep better, feel better, think better, and it's a beautiful thing. This is a system that we have, right? You cleanse, you tone, you treat, and then you moisturize. This system is dermatologist tested and recommended. So what we've done is we did clinical studies where we took a bunch of people, we put all of these products individually and then together on, we looked for irritation and we found 0 irritation in people of varying skin types. So that's why we're able to say dermatologist tested and recommended. And really, you know, what's the simple thing here? When you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you look good. That's what this system promises. That's what this system delivers. And there's no other skincare system on the planet that can do this. All right, so with that, I hope that I've shown you how our products, our technology, both nutrition and skincare, can transform human health in ways not seen before in the industry. Thank you for your attention. I love and appreciate each of you. Great working with you. If I haven't met you yet, I look forward to having the opportunity at a future event. And thank you so very much. Thank you, Adrienne.
Dr. Dan, you are amazing. Nobody leave yet. I've got some things I want to ask Dr. Dan. I know a lot of you guys were asking really great questions in the chat. Thank you for those. We answered all of those to the best of our ability. But I know that there's this one overwhelming question. I've received a few private messages, private DMs. So I have to ask you, simplistically, what is the biggest difference between our three supplements and other companies' supplements? Like the simplest answer.
New molecules to give you new results.
Okay.
No other company uses the molecules that we use. And so because of that, we can provide new powerful results that other companies can. Other companies using the same molecules, same results, right? So other companies, same molecules, same results. 3, new molecules, new powerful results.
Yeah. And I mean, when you say that to me, I also think quality over quantity, right?
Yes. Yeah,
like
exactly.
all about the quality of the product. This is why they call you the molecule man. This is why I said yes to 3, because I'm always about, I must have quality. I love to have good quality, because otherwise what's the point? So if it can't absorb appropriately and it's not put in those right formulations, then it's just a feel good idea. I don't like to waste people's time or money on products that don't work. And that's why I said yes to your formulations. Okay, next is, are these doctor approved?
Yes, they are, because they're in the PDR. They are approved by the premier certifying, one of the premier certifying medical bodies, right? The PDR does not put any product in there that it hasn't collaborated with its vast board of doctors to ensure that these products are going to be a good fit for the medical professional. Now, with that, right, if you have any medical conditions, you obviously need to talk with your medical doctor before taking any nutritional supplements.
Yeah, beautifully. That was beautifully said. Yeah, you guys, if you're new on here tonight or you're a health practitioner on here tonight, I want you to know we have over 3,000 active health professionals who are not only using our products for personal use, but promoting them as well. And a lot of that is a testament to Dr. Dan having the products in the PDR.net, right? So definitely do your due diligence if you're on here. I mean, you guys, as a health professional, yes, these are doctor approved. And just like Dr. Dan said, work with your doctor. If you are a doctor, go check it out. Go dive a little bit deeper. Okay, the next question is this. Do these products have manufacturing standards? And if so, what are they? Like, what are you testing for?
Yeah, so these products meet and exceed the standard certifications, CGMP,
Yeah.
which stands for Current Good Manufacturing Practices, NSF, the National Science Foundation, they have standardizations when you make a product, TGA, which is Therapeutic Good Administration out of Australia, Health Canada has their own guidelines, and so our products exceed all of those.
Yeah.
And you can look at the certifications in the back office if you want.
Yeah, and they're definitely, you guys, so yes, third party tested. If you look, the person that invited you on can send you a link to their website so you can take a look at the individual products that Dr. Dan went through tonight, and really pick a pack that best fits your needs. I always tell people, like, there's big packs with lots of products. There's packs for just getting started. It's up to you. I would rather you put these products in your body and start having a great experience so you can know exactly, you can feel the science, you can feel the power behind what sets these products apart. But yes, they are third party tested, and it shows that underneath each graphic on the website of the company. So that's huge. Okay, so one other thing Dr. Dan said, he said, if I haven't met you yet, he'd like to. Do you guys want to know how you can meet Dr. Dan? You guys attend our Salt Lake City convention. So at the end of June 26th to the 28th, we're going to be in Salt Lake City, Utah at the Salt Palace. You're going to be able to hear from Dr. Dan, Chief Scientific Officer again, but also you're going to hear from our scientific advisory board, who are just a handful of medical professionals who are using Three's products and how they're using them and how they're, making an impact, not just in their patients, their clients, but in their families as well. We're a big family company. So I'm super excited for convention. I hope you guys are too. Get your tickets. In fact, what I'll do you one better right here. Okay. I'm going to send this link over to you, and you can learn more about this event that's happening. And so I'll put it in the chat for you right now. If you double click on that, you'll be able to take a deeper look. We're going to have Erin King, who is a keynote speaker there as well. She speaks with Mel Robbins and Jay Shetty. So you guys, this is going to be an impactful event. I never miss an event, but that's because my husband and I were seven-figure earners. And as somebody who's been in this industry for over 20 years, I know the power of attending events. Like, you can't get enough information packed in just on your own, but you can come for 2 days, take a break from your kids and the husband, or bring the husband, okay, take a break from the kids, and come and immerse yourself in the world of Three. Okay, really dive in deep, because you're going to have a great experience. We're going to have a lot of fun together, and you're going to learn a lot. Okay, the next thing I want to invite you guys to is that right after this, tonight, Dr. Dan went through all of the products. He went through deep into the science as well, went through the molecules. We have one more presentation happening in 5 minutes or 6 minutes. You're welcome to attend. You're going to get a brief overview of the products, not as in-depth as what Dr. Dan did, but maybe a more sort of layman's terms, how to get started in Three. You're going to learn a little bit more about the opportunity and how you can become a brand ambassador of Three. So I'm going to push that link out to you too right now. Give me one moment right here. And Nicole Barone is going to be sharing tonight. Nicole Barone is a 3-star elite in the company. That is just a fancy name for the lady knows what she is talking about, okay? And she's building a big business. And she went from pharmaceutical sales, from being in the big pharma industry, to coming and promoting these products, nutritional wellness products. And she feels very good about that. So that's on sparkglobalzoom.com in 5 minutes. Not this Zoom call, but the one down in the chat. So make sure you guys check the chat feature and you go dive into that. Last but not least, I'll just say that this presentation has been recorded. It is also on our Legacy Makers Team YouTube channel, and I will get that for you as well. Okay, give me 1 second. Thank you guys. Thank you for being patient. Let me grab that for you. And here is the recording. If you would like to share this information with somebody, grab that recorded link and send it out. For those of you guys who already have our app, I would upload this link into your app and then send it out to your friends so you guys can track all the progress there. Okay. Oh my goodness. I know you guys are saying beautiful, fabulous things in the chat. I wish that we had time to get to all of those questions. You guys can always email science@iii.earth. I believe that's what it is. So science at, or is it 3 International now? Science@iii.earth. Okay. Try that bad boy. And doctors and scientists from 3 are going to be answering your questions there. So I know some of you guys asked about vitamin D, certain things, you know, that you've been dealing with, health issues. So I highly recommend not only do ask your doctor and have your doctor look these products up in the PDR to how you can use them, but also make sure that, make sure this gets to everyone. Okay. That you email into there any very specific health related questions. Okay, my friends, you guys are amazing. Thank you for support. We are going to see all of you guys on, let me make sure, sorry, something real quick. I just want to make sure, can you, okay, good. Everyone got the YouTube. Everyone got the other link to perfect. Yay, we did it. Okay, Dr. Dan, you're amazing. Such an honor, always a pleasure. I know how busy you are. Thank you for taking time out on Monday night to be with us, all 183 of us. Woo woo, that was fun. All right, thank you guys. Have a beautiful night. We'll see you in the next call, 3 minutes. See you on Spark Global Zoom. Bye everyone. Bye-bye.